And we're live, guys. Um, Welcome to RNVP. This is more like a conversation than an episode, really, at this point. I'm Jake, your host. Introduce yourselves, guys. Go ahead.
All right. I'm Luis. I'm relatively new to this whole podcasting thing, but this man's wanted to have an argument about Nintendo, so I had to show myself.
Yeah, he's our Nintendo expert, guys. Like
Yeah.
everything Nintendo. Like he's a Nintendo fiend.
Oh, I'm practically a shill at this point, unless you start talking about how shitty the online situation is. In which case, I'm gonna just roast the fuck out of everything regarding Nintendo, Reggie and his bald ass head and all the other shit.
Oh, it's gonna be bad. Okay, John.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, you already know who it is. It's your boy John. I've been on the previous podcast episodes, but no intro. It's just me.
Okay. We're gonna talk about Nintendo, guys. A very underrepresented platform so far on our podcast. We've usually talked about their contemporaries and their competition, Sony and Microsoft. But we've given them enough attention, and since Luis has graced us with his presence,
That's one way to put it.
he is Sauron, the all-seeing Nintendo eye. We're gonna let him get something off his chest that I know he's been waiting to get off. Because, when you talk with your friends, you get it off. But when you talk in front of an audience, you really want to get it off. So we're gonna talk about the Switch, just Nintendo, how you feel about them in the market, and just what would you like to see them improve on, and the new rumor for the upgraded Switch next year. So, John, Luis. I think I'm gonna let Luis go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say let him go first.
I'm gonna let him go ahead and let the chopper sing. You have the floor, the gracious one.
All right. Okay, so let's put some context into this whole conversation. Right now, there's a rumor floating around. The Wall Street Journal had a Japanese reporter come in and give some scoops that they're gonna make a new Nintendo Switch for Q3 and 4 of 2019. So it's interesting. Nintendo's done this with basically every iteration of their handheld systems, and even a couple of their of their home consoles. Like the Wii had 6 different versions.
Yeah.
The GameCube, while it never really got an upgraded graphical system, Nintendo's was practically the pioneer of special edition systems with the N64 had the purple, the green, the orange, the Pikachu edition. The GameCube had orange, purple, black, white. The Wii had the black and the white, and then the red, and a bunch of other stuff. Basically, they were doing the special editions before everyone else caught on, because they've been in the game for 30 years. And somehow, after 30 years of being in the game, they still don't understand how the regular consumer deals with their stuff. They don't realize how online works. They announce projects either 3 or 4 years in advance, which I'm not going to say is only them. I mean, we knew about God of War since 2015, and we just got it this year. So
it was a rumor, and then it released 2016 E3.
Yeah, exactly.
No, 2015 E3.
Yeah. That's what we got the first. We got the initial trailer. Atreus was still bald.
Yeah. Because it was supposed to come out 2017. It got pushed back 2018.
Yeah, which honestly was perfect for it, because
honestly,
it came out in the best time slot. If it had come out in 2017 in fall, it would have gotten devoured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Coming out in April was probably the best decision for God of War. But anyway, for every beautiful, just incredible step Nintendo takes forward, they take 3 sideways and then 1 back. So the Nintendo's never in the same spot, but they're almost never going forward in the places that matter to people like, say, Jake, right? Let's use Jake as an example. I'm a special case because I buy almost everything.
Right.
But Jake had a GameCube, right?
Yeah.
He had a Wii. His Wii played Just Dance, and that was effectively it. Skip the Wii U, 90% of the human population. Not 99.99% of the human population skip the Wii U, because it was, frankly, pretty garbage. And I have one, so I can say that with pretty pretty resolving success. Like after you put 2,000 hours in Smash, there's not much else for that system. But my biggest complaint with Nintendo as of late is you give me my favorite game of all time, Breath of the Wild. You give me Mario Odyssey, and then you basically go dark. And this is not the first time, and it will not be the last time that this happens. You give me bangers. You give me games of the generation, and then you effectively go radio silent until whatever wizard you have in the lab comes back and says, "Oh, look what I found." And it's like, "Oh my god." Like I'm waiting for Pokemon, right? Pokemon is my second favorite franchise. And yet I am getting Let's Go. You know, there's nothing wrong with the spinoff, but
talk through it.
Like,
we're gonna get through this.
If Pokemon Go crowd, the Pokemon Go crowd are playing Pokemon Go because it's convenient. It's easy to manage, and it's
basically a port of the mobile game, but just like running very smooth.
Well, it's definitely more than that. There is a huge backbone of the original franchise in that. Because you can tell in the way that the battling system works. The battling system is literally exactly the same as it is in the core games. But you're giving me Kanto again. And it's not even like special Kanto where it's like, oh, look, you have, there's new characters and, it's a different storyline not involving red and blue or, whatever. It's just, oh, look, more Pokemons. Congratulations. You got Pokemons again. And I skipped Sun and Moon, or not Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which is like a blasphemous for me because I've had every single Pokemon generation since Generation 1. And I've had multiple of the games because I have a little brother and he and I play the games together. So it's like, for me to skip that on Pokemon is like, wow, that's something.
Right.
So I'm getting to a point where it's like, the Switch is probably going to end up being my favorite handheld of all time. But if people are treating it like it's a console, and Nintendo treats it like it's a console, and they keep saying it's a console, but you don't treat it like one. You don't give it the special treatment that you're supposed to give a console.
Yeah.
You don't give it you give me like an incredible third, AAA massive game once every few months, right? And that's great and all. If I didn't have this gaming PC that I have right now that I'm currently playing League on, and I probably am doing way worse in than I usually would because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. I don't know how streamers do this. Goddamn. It's like,
multitask.
It's hard as fuck. Trying to be a person and play League at the same time is very difficult.
Like a Twitch streamers?
Yeah, Twitch streamers don't. They primarily talk about get it, damn it. All right. Anyway,
Luis is holding back at least 99 profanities as we speak.
I am currently to light the little children's ears ablaze. So to get it back to it, as much as I love Nintendo's my favorite game company, like far and away. There is no one who even comes close. The closest would probably be Bethesda, and that's still not close enough. Like I've probably put 900 hours into Skyrim amongst the many years that I've owned the game in its various forms, and it's still not as fun and good to me as any Zelda game I've played. You want to know how I know Nintendo's my favorite franchise? Because I have a Wii U. I played Zelda for 200 hours on it, and then I got a Switch, and I played Zelda for 200 hours again. That's all within the span of a couple weeks. So, to say that I love Nintendo is nothing short of a miracle, but it's just, how can I continue to support this company when they are continuously making boneheaded decisions? It's like,
yeah, man.
I know the thing is, there was another article that came out today that was Reggie talking about things that he knows Nintendo is doing and that he knows that the general audience is like concerned about. Like Reggie, the president of Nintendo of America, which has absolutely no say on anything important outside of distribution, like says, yeah, we know that no one likes the voice chat app. So the fact that he, who is supposed to be in a position of power, can't do anything is very upsetting. It's like, what is the point of having different branches if they don't do anything outside of marketing? For every good point I have about Nintendo, that's like it's a strictly game related thing.
Right.
Everything I love about Nintendo is that their games are my favorite games.
Their software is like,
their software is always god tier.
Yeah.
Every Legend of Zelda is my new favorite Legend of Zelda. And it's like,
they have 4 to 5 pop culture icons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Like have either been played exclusively on Nintendo's platform or got its start on Nintendo's platform. That's nuts. Like, I don't know if anybody else has that type of heat. Like, I really don't. Like, John, what do you have to say?
I think it's disappointing for them to go this path, to be honest with you. Like, it seems like they're not even listening to their consumers, or they're taking their consumers seriously. You know, like earlier we were talking about them putting Netflix on there and a YouTube on there on the Switch. Like, make it a portable, like, entertainment system in a way. You want to, if you're going to treat it like a console, why not add those features to it?
Right.
I have YouTube on my Xbox. Why can't you put that? If I could put it on my phone, take it with me wherever, why can't it be on the Switch? That's where I'm coming from too. I think that's disappointing. Like, they would have sold me if they had Netflix, YouTube, maybe some other apps on there. I would have been sold. I would have been like, okay, this seems like something of interest. I could take this on the go with me. If I want to entertain you guys and be like, oh, I have my shows. Here's my shows. That sort of thing. But it seemed like they're just taking a different route and not really caring. That's just my 2 cents. I used to really be into Nintendo. I had the GameCube. I had the N64, the Wii. I grew up with that stuff. But, with the Switch situation, I'm just disappointed about that piece of it. That's just my 2 cents.
I think I'm like the mixture of both y'all, really. I vividly remember going to my Aunt Mimi's house and like she had an N64, man. Like,
I remember my dentist having an N64. That shit was so hype. I would love getting my teeth cleaned.
I was like, what is this? What is registry? Like, I was like, the wires go where? In the back of the teeth. Oh, yeah. Like, it was amazing, man. It's like one of the like highlights of my childhood, like going to her house.
I remember playing Majora's Mask for the first time. I couldn't finish the game because
like I think we all remember like putting on Donkey Kong 64.
Yep, Mario Kart for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! The fact that I still don't have Mario Kart on the Switch is bothering me. But I also don't have that many controllers. I need more controllers before I get Mario Kart on Switch.
Yeah,
because honestly, I mean, between oh my god, my team is just getting shit on. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry to hurt the ears of the precious children, but the team's getting just shafted. It's awful. All right.
Dang.
Let's see if I can walk up there and kill this guy. Anyway, like, the thing that has always drawn me to Nintendo more than like other platforms is that, oh my gosh, she's too fast and I'm lagging. Crap. It's like their games give me feelings that I don't get from other games, right? My second favorite God of War. My second favorite game of all time is now God of War. I just played God of War this year, and it's like I
yeah.
It's just it gave me everything that I wanted in a game, like, except for one thing. Like, oh my god, can you just not die?
I haven't played it. I haven't played God of War. I know your boy over here suffering from the exclusives.
The thing that really got me about God of War gave me everything that I wanted in a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what God of War made me realize. It gave me everything I wanted in a game. It gave me a story. It gave me, like, compassionate beats. It gave me, like, all that stuff. The thing that still puts it only at number 2 for me is that Zelda gave me Breath of the Wild gave me something that I didn't know I wanted, and that I love the fact that they helped me realize that I wanted it. That is the difference, like, between other console manufacturers and Nintendo for me personally. It's like Nintendo, for every stupid thing that they do, every mistake they make, it's like they still succeed where it counts the most.
Which is like their software is special.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
it touches like a part of your childhood almost, man. It's like an innocence to their.
The thing is, it's not just childhood. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's true, because like Breath of the Wild, physics-wise, is one of the most powerful physics engines in the game. Like,
it's incredible.
Technically speaking, they are really.
Can we just not do this?
By the way, guys, he's playing League of Legends.
Yeah,
League. Not. Oh, I'm dead. All right, I just died because there's 5 people here, and okay.
This is gonna be a tough night for him.
I decided I had to cut off my game system. I was playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Dude, I've been trying to play that, but it has a bunch of weird bugs on the PC.
Yeah, it does have some bugs.
Yeah, unfortunately, some bugs on PC right now where, like, it kind of just drops in frames. It's very upsetting because I have all the things to run at max, but it's like
no, Luis, that game is notorious for breaking a 1080 Ti.
I know, which is upsetting because that's not the minimum that they said they needed.
That game it looks beautiful, but my God, it can't be that. Like, you know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? Nintendo? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you this was gonna happen.
Okay. My thing with Nintendo is, I think that let me put this in context. There's a narrative that has probably been around probably since the Wii U that in the future, maybe the near future, like in 10 years, Nintendo will like be left behind. I don't believe this, by the way.
I don't know those people have been saying the same thing for the past since the NES. Yeah. So all of them they're always wrong, and they will continue to be wrong until the end of time.
Yeah, but what I will say is I wish Nintendo's business practices actually met.
I wish they met modern standards. That's my thing.
Like the online chat is just that's not.
The chat app is probably the biggest disgrace to gamers that I've seen in such a long time. And Nintendo keep trying to say, oh, it's for the children. No, it's not. It's because you don't genuinely understand how this works and you refuse to ask people for help.
Yeah.
It's like, my dude, please stop being me, but a company. It's like,
no, I totally.
That's a good way to put it.
Like, using your smartphone while you have a smart device in your hand, it has to be the most disheartening thing in 2018. Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, that dang thing should be it. I think the Switch is a prototype. I think I've always said this. I thought it was a working prototype to get to the vision of what they actually truly want to accomplish with whatever next iteration of the Switch is. Even the one next year, I don't think is going to be the one that they really
oh no.
So you think it's a stepping stone block in a way?
Oh yes, most definitely. Like I think whatever the next iteration of Switch will be,
like a proper iteration, like whatever the Super NES is to the NES, which is the Switch.
It's going to be technologically advanced. Like, it's going to have the online capabilities. It will have a great screen. It will have long battery life. It will have flash, like a storage. It will have the power to run at minimum 1080p 60 frame games. That's the height of it. Doesn't necessarily have to do that, but it can run it, right? And I think if Nintendo can do that, they'll keep the third-party support that they've gotten this generation. Now, in previous generations, they haven't really gotten it. But for this generation, it's been slow, but it's been steady. And that's,
I mean, in all honesty, there's like people are memeing about it, but the port everything to Switch initiative is in full effect right now. I mean, they fucking announced Saints Row 3.
Yeah, man.
Saints Row 3 is coming to the Switch in a modern era. Why? I
I'm
don't know, because people want to play their games on the Switch. And
Yeah.
quite frankly, I love the reason why I keep saying the Switch is my favorite handheld is because I use it almost exclusively as a handheld.
Yeah, I was going to get into that. I'm not saying it's not a handheld. We
It's
just
not called that.
guys, we got into like a big debate on our group chat about like what the Nintendo Switch really was. I say it's a console because it has a dock and you can play it on the TV, and that's how they want you to originally play that game. The functionality and the thing that differentiates it from its competition is the portable function. They just stumbled onto something great though.
Wow, that's great.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think they stumbled onto. It's not that they didn't intentionally make it that way. I think they stumbled on to how much of a adopter of a style that is, and how that has kind of like lit a fuse into portable machines and video games now. Like it's everybody's going to have to explore that option. I think Sony is going to dip their toes back into the portable space in about.
I really highly doubt that. If they already don't have a Vita successor planned out, when the Switch is literally just the Vita on steroids, I don't think. I think they've given up on that.
You know what's sad? The Vita sold 82 million. 82 million.
What? In what world did it really?
Yeah. Louis,
I actually own it myself.
If the Vita had 82 million, how come they just stopped supporting it?
They didn't really care, and the DS was kicking its teeth in.
Yeah,
really I mean the DS sold 150.
Think about this: for every one, if we do the math, for every one Vita was sold, 2 DSs were sold.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's
pretty much the most accurate statement.
Yeah, you know,
I think what would have sold me on getting the DS is if they just had Advance Wars just one last time.
It's the software that disappointed.
Well, they did have an Advance Wars on the DS. Oh, wait, are you sure you're not talking about the 3DS that sold 80 million units? Because I'm pretty sure the Vita did not.
Yeah, it did.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, it did. Louis, if you think about it, the PS1 sold 90, the PS2 sold 150, so that's 240. The PlayStation 3 sold 80, so that's 320. You add the 80 for the PS Vita, all right? What is that? 4 something? They just got to 525.
Wow.
Yeah. So those are their major releases, not the PSP. The PSP is like 15 million, something like that. But it gets to around 430, 420, 25, what they just hit like a month ago. Like the Vita made up a good chunk. Like, yeah, it just didn't get support. You know, Nintendo is the handheld kings. They are the originators of this. Like they have been making handheld software for almost 30 years. Like they are the kings at it. They can do it in their sleep. Their company could go broke and they could still do it. Like that's how good they are. You know? Yeah, but that's what Nintendo, I just want them to kind of get forward and treat the console like a console, like modernize it. Like have the portable function, but give it the necessary power and the technological advances it needs to compete with its competitors. Because and I don't have to worry about the third-party support because it seems like it's getting third-party support across the board.
I mean, they're giving it what's it called? The new Bethesda game that's coming out day and date. Doom Eternal.
Oh,
Doom Eternal is going to be day and date on Switch, which is like what?
Yeah, it's getting support.
Plus they put Wolfenstein. They put the new Wolfenstein game on there, I think.
Yeah, Bethesda has clearly shown that it's trying to saturate the market for all 3 prominent consoles. Like they're not playing. So I'm proud of Nintendo because this was the number one thing they had to solve coming into this generation, and they've solved it. My issue is, man, I'm with you, Luis. Stop showing us games or announcing games that we don't see any progress on, because it's been 2 years since Metroid.
Oh, I mean, in all honesty, what my biggest hope is that they do something at the Game Awards with it. Because remember, they announced Bayonetta 3 last year at the Game Awards, and that was like completely out of left field.
Yeah, I mean, they have Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, and then the new Pokemon game.
Which honestly, they're 2019 just from those, and then on top of that, Animal Crossing. If they don't hit their target of selling 20 million consoles this year, they will crush it next year.
Yeah.
It's not even like a competition how badly they will crush it. It will be.
The Switch by 2020 should sell about 40 million, 50 million copies.
By 2020,
yeah.
With the lineup for next year, I would be surprised if it makes it to June by that, before it hits that number.
Yeah, like it should be able to do it. I don't know, man. You know, I want to see.
They're treating it like a Game Boy, but they're calling it something else. That's kind of annoying.
Yep.
It's a Game Boy that has online features, and as much as I want to not treat it as such, that's exactly how I've been treating it, because that's how they treat it despite their marketing. Their marketing says something else, but that is exactly what it is. So it's like I don't really know how else to put it. It's my favorite handheld because it's being treated as such.
Right. Well, but Luis, I think sometimes, man, they take advantage of y'all. I really do. Like, I think Nintendo, I think it's a symbiotic relationship of abuse. For lack of a better term, like I think Nintendo fans willingly.
Oh my god, are you fucking
believe stuff while letting Nintendo kind of like step on their throat? Because if y'all just didn't like, I don't know if there's a way to boycott, but like it's like they don't listen to y'all and y'all just accept it.
It's not so much that we accept it as it is. We've come to terms with it.
Yeah, but that's
because I don't accept the fact that I don't get what I want, but I know that's what's going to happen. I can't really change it, so it's very just.
Yeah, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because you don't want to abandon another system because you got all your memories on this one system, and then like it's meeting your gaming needs, so there's no need to really get rid of it for that reason. It's just they won't modernize. They won't really. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't think about its American market more. Like the fact that you just told me Reggie doesn't have any power or any sway or say
that's terrible.
At that company is shocking. I did not know that. Like that's something new. I thought that dude was like not calling shots, but at least had some major input in
he calls shots for how things are done here in the States, but not how games are made, not how services are handled.
Wow.
Like he'll basically be like, all right, we need to do a marketing push for here because of X, Y, and Z. But like,
I mean, did they see the reaction to people being happy that Nintendo was back in the forefront when Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild dropped? Like,
oh yeah, no, and then they rode that high and they continued to make garbage stuff. Like the assumptions on the DNA partnership with that mobile manufacturer would not be simply for mobile games; it would be for online infrastructure stuff. They are best friends with Ubisoft now, with the fact that they're making a Star Fox game. Because I mean, as much as I know the Starlink's going to be on other platforms, it has Star Fox in it, and Star Fox is actually integrated into the story. So
yeah,
I'm buying it on Switch because I actually want to play a good Star Fox game. I don't want to play Star Fox Zero.
Yeah. That Rabbids game so well too for him.
I love that game. Actually, I still haven't beat it.
Fire. That
game is actually so good. It's actually probably the best XCOM game that's come out in the past couple of years.
Yes. Like that game, strategy wise, like it's easy enough for kids, fun enough for kids. But if you really want to grind,
if you want to get those extra levels,
oh my god!
And then the Donkey Kong DLC, oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, like they know what they're doing, Luis. It's just they're missing that one ingredient. And if they ever like. I've always said, I think I've said this to you, like their partnership with NVIDIA to make those chips is the thing that I'm the most excited about, because whatever their next Tegra chip will be in the Nintendo Switch, and that thing's going to be a monster. And
I mean, even if it's just a Tegra 2.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a Tegra 2, it's already going to be.
Yeah, because don't they put two X1s in it? So
they put one customized X1.
Oh god,
it's a custom X1 chip. Like that's it. There's no like specialness. The thing that caused the problems at launch was that it uses the same type of RAM as the iPhone, and that was what caused issues in the beginning. That's why there were fucking shortages.
See, like, that's the thing. I think they're gonna do. They're gonna get to this generation, unfortunately, when they come out with the next Switch, and I hope people don't get turned off, but it looks like they're not, because it looks like whatever iteration of the new Switch is going to come out, whatever they're planning,
It's going to be the DS Lite to the original DS.
Yeah,
it's not
gonna have a better screen.
And as much as I'm going to lie to myself, I might pick one up if they have a good trade-in deal, because now I have cloud saves, I don't have to worry. Oh, look, they've graced us with cloud saves. Still can't save anything to the 256 micro SD card I bought in the Amazon sale. But hey, I now had pay a glorious $35 a year because I want to get that family plan so I can ensure that my friends can play online. Because it would be kind of garbage for all of us to pay individually $20.
Yeah,
which is as much crap as I give the Switch system.
The pricing is very good.
The pricing is good, even if, and I was talking crap about how I'm probably not going to use the NES stuff. I was playing with my brother yesterday. We were playing ice hockey for the NES, and oh my god, that was actually some of the most fun I've had in a very long time, and I did not expect that.
See, man, it's nuts. It's nuts.
There are good things coming out of Nintendo, and it's a little frustrating that, like I said,
they can't keep
they take one step forward and then a couple steps to the side and then a step back.
Yeah,
and you're in a different spot, but you're in the same. You haven't moved forward.
Why won't they listen to Reggie? Why are they doing this to them?
Because it's the way the Japanese market. They don't listen to the European market either. It's Nintendo is Nintendo, and the Japanese head office is the one who calls the shots for everything.
It's a very centralized authority.
Oh yeah,
it seems like
they're a very conservative company. That's why for the first year of the Switch they said, "Oh, we'll only sell 10 million units."
Yeah,
and then they blew past it at 17. And the thing is, even when they did their reforecasting for the year, they only brought it up to 13 million units because they were still very conservative.
Yeah.
It's like
Nintendo seems like outside of Japan doesn't trust any market, even though for like the last 30 years, United States has been a very profitable market for them when they get things right. Like any other game system, when you get it right, you will be profitable.
Okay. Let me compare them to the current loser of the generation, right? The Xbox, right?
Yeah.
The Xbox, as powerful as the Xbox One X is, as glorious as the 3.5 exclusive they've had were, like Sunset Overdrive is apparently just godsend. They have become so consumer friendly. It's ridiculous. It's completely insane how incredibly good at helping consumers they've become, because between backwards compatibility and like the Play Anywhere initiative, like they are setting themselves up for an absolutely phenomenal next generation. Versus Nintendo, who is just now figuring out how to plug a router into a wall. It's ridiculous, because I buy Nintendo for the exclusives, right? And I'm hoping for everything else. If I were to buy an Xbox, I would be buying for the promise of the fact that I can keep my stuff.
Yeah.
Nintendo had Virtual Console last generation. And on the Wii U, you can play literally every single Legend of Zelda game.
Wow.
You can play almost every single Mario game if you don't include Mario typing and all those weird spin-offs that happened in the 80s.
Yeah. Wait, Mario typing?
Oh no, yeah, Mario typing was a thing. That was interesting. But
and it still got crap because they
they
couldn't do it right.
They couldn't do it right, and on top of that, the Wii U from start to finish was horrible. The controller, the gamepad, has like a negative 6-hour battery life. It drains the life out of the room when it turns on.
Damn.
It's crappy, like completely. Like build quality, it feels like a Fisher-Price toy. It's very upsetting. It has the capacitive touchscreen from a DS, which is very, very annoying. It And yet it still had the best retro game collection of all time known to man. If you bought every single game that was available on the Wii U Virtual Console, you could open up a museum with just the one system you had. It's incredible. It had some of the best games that no one's ever played. Smash 4 is my most played Smash, and up until Ultimate comes out, I'm still going to keep my Wii U plugged in just because of Smash.
Yeah.
It's like there are things that Nintendo does right that almost make up for the bad. And I will fight for Nintendo hopefully getting there until I die. But I'm starting to get to the point where I don't honestly know if it ever will get there. And that's upsetting to me. So
Yeah,
it's like
that's upsetting, Luis, because
it's disappointing too.
I feel the same way about Xbox Next Gen. Like, I feel as though
they're in a much better position.
They're in a much better position, dude. But I don't think that Play Everywhere initiative is a great idea for the brand of Xbox. Now, for Microsoft, sure.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Microsoft thinks of themselves as one company.
Yeah, they do. They don't think of them as
Microsoft. Like the Xbox division is just a division of Microsoft. So if you think about it like that, then it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, man. Like I just think that like people complain, like Xbox as they like to be called. They complained that the new Minecraft game, like, did you see Xbox just released its first of many PC exclusive games that were built by Microsoft Studios?
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. What is that?
Yeah, it's a PC exclusive. Oh no, Xbox fans were pissed. Oh no.
What?
Now when they see Sony fans running around with Spider-Man, that don't sit right.
Yeah.
That don't sit right with me. Like, if I'm like, that don't sit right with me. Wait, hold on. We already got a first party game problem, and you now are taking our sister platform and giving it more support?
Obviously, they're not the favorite sibling anymore.
I keep trying to tell I don't know why Xbox fans don't want to think
PC Master Race.
Like, the Xbox and PC will merge in 10 years.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying for the past several years.
It will merge.
They're moving in such a way that makes it makes sense.
That's what we were talking about last week, right, JT? We were talking about that, right?
Yeah.
The whole them catching up to like a PC or something like that.
Yeah, that was my whole argument on that podcast, was that technology is going to advance to a point where, guys, consoles are not going to necessarily exist. We're just going to call them like entertainment.
It's going to be a PlayStation. Oh, I'm going to die. Okay.
Yeah, like entertainment boxes. Like, there'll be small, high-end PC laptops that have way more power than any other console, but it'll have the functionality of a PC. Like, you can do more things with it. Like, I've been saying that. That's where I think Xbox is going. I don't think next gen that's going to be the case, because I think
I don't think
that streaming box is going to crash and burn. I can just let you know that.
I don't think we have the tech for that yet.
Yeah, me neither.
Right.
I mean, as much as we can praise the Ryzen chip and everything, no, there's no way it's going to be able to do that on the scale that a console would require. The thing is, consoles are designed, they are intrinsically just supposed to be simple, easy to use platforms for games. That's it. That's what a console was originally designed. Oh my God, that's originally what consoles are for. That's how they are designed. That's how they're intended to stay. And the farther we get away from that, there goes my bones.
Luis just died, guys.
Yep.
Dang.
There goes all my bones. All right. Well, what was I saying? This is all falling apart.
Talking about PC and consoles.
My brain is falling apart. I'm sad about League. I'm sad about Nintendo.
Yeah, that is disappointing about Nintendo, that whole situation with them.
It's just
because they have so much potential. That's the thing. They have so much potential.
Like, the thing is, every time their games come out, it's a banger. Like,
right?
You had one, Octopath Traveler, right?
Oh my God, Octopath Traveler is incredible, but it's a neat JRPG. That's what it is.
But JRPGs are in style this generation.
Yeah, but I mean, between what's it called?
I think Persona would be the best.
If we somehow got like a Persona 5 Black Edition,
Monster Hunter World, what else?
I mean, Monster Hunter is questionably JRPG. Like it's a Japanese role playing game, but it's not it's not like a traditional role playing.
Oh, Dragon Quest. Damn.
Oh yes, I'm waiting for that Steam sale to hit. Once that Steam sale hits, well, it's between that and
Luis about to put in like 300 hours and crunch. God, yes. We gonna ask Luis after 300 hours where he at. I'm at level 20. Like what?
I spent a lot of time grinding the slimes. You know, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Like the Japanese are gluttons for grind. Like they really are.
Yeah, I know.
If your game don't grind hard enough, they're not gonna buy it.
That's part of the reason why the Switch is incredible.
Because it's a machine that you can take on the go and
grind. You can like the number of times I would wait and to pick up my daughter from school, and I would just grind out a couple levels of something. It's just I could never do that before. Like I could play Pokemon on the go, but I wasn't driving at that point in my life, so it's a very different situation. Okay. Hello, friendo. Okay. Sorry, guys. This takes up a lot of brain power. Trying to not die.
He's trying to play League competitively, guys.
Surviving and then dealing with the teammates. So I feel you.
And then you're thinking about how sad Nintendo's making you. Yeah. They're a conundrum, man. Like they make so many people happy and frustrated at the same time. And like I think no brand does that. Like because I think Sony fans are in complete bliss.
I mean, honestly, Disney's probably the closest option. Oh, okay. What are you still doing here, friendo? What is your name? Clitortoise? All right, that's actually a good name. But like Disney does the same thing. They're making what, like 75 live action movies now?
Yeah, they're gonna probably reboot everything.
They're rebooting like basically every
animated movie will get a live action remake.
Yeah. Wow. And it's like, all right, that's coolio. But it doesn't it makes people so pissed because they have to now deal with the fact that there is going to be like the new Mulan, right? No singing involved. The best part of Mulan is the songs. So I don't know how to feel about that.
No singing involved at all. Wow.
That's the same thing with Nintendo. I know I'm going to get Breath of the Wild. I know I'm going to get Metroid. I know I'm going to get Mario.
Wait, Luis, I didn't know that because with Lion King, they specifically got Donald Glover and Beyonce because they can sing.
Oh yeah, no, but what's it called?
Mulan.
Mulan. They said it's gonna be more like a war movie.
Ooh,
with Mulan.
I'm not trying to watch Mulan so I can see the warring states of China. Like
I want to see Mushu and your boy. And the thing is, they're supposed to have Mushu, but it's gonna be played by Will Smith. I don't know how I feel about that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Wait, who was the original voice actor for that? I forgot.
I forgot too. Oh yeah, that's right.
It was Eddie Murphy, right?
Yep.
Okay, this card.
Yeah. So why did you just get Eddie Murphy to play it again?
Because Eddie Murphy's not attractive enough for China. Oh, you think I'm joking?
He's too dark.
I forgot. Yeah. See,
you think I'm joking? No, like The Force Awakens didn't do that great in China because John Boyega is not attractive enough.
They could say the same thing about what Black Panther.
No, he was no. He's an attractive man, so obviously he's okay.
New dog with box office sales. I think it's the highest rated film.
Wait, it did well in China though.
Oh, it did so well in China.
Oh yeah,
and Korea too.
Oh yeah, bro, they love that. Oh wow. yeah.
But you got to remember that Chadwick
Afrofuturism sells people.
Extremely attractive man. So.
Yeah, you got Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman. Those are two good-looking dudes.
The thing is, the Chinese, they don't really, they're not good at. They have the same problem that racist conservative people here do in the South.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
They can't really distinguish, people of color that aren't Chinese, but they for sure can tell when someone's attractive. So that's why black people who are attractive do a lot better in China. Same thing with literally anything that's not Chinese. If you're extremely attractive, you are going to do well in China. Because remember, China's all about status
and looks. Yeah.
So it's like the better you look, obviously the more money you're going to. Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard they have this thing called Obama Black or some shit like that now.
Obama Black. I have no idea what that is, but that sounds like a new Goku.
Yeah. I have no clue. What you saying?
Yeah, no, they if you're like my shade, they call it Obama black.
Wow. Well, actually, you know what? That just means like, a nice dark coffee color. So.
Basically.
Like that's a color that they came up with?
Yeah, like, well, it's not a color they came up with, like it's a color that they use. They describe your skin tone that way. So like JT, if they were to see me and you on the street, they'd be like, "Oh, he's Obama black."
Yeah, which means you're not like super dark.
Exactly.
I'm chocolate, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're kind of like caramel.
Obama's black, but he's not like dark.
Yeah, he's not dark skinned.
So,
yeah,
because when they think of black, they think dark.
They think like fresh out of.
Yeah, they think charcoal color.
Right.
Yeah,
basically.
Okay. That's wow. I did not know that.
I mean, you got to remember that it's a different culture, and everyone's
a different cultural context. I understand. Yeah,
it's a pretty homogenous culture. Like, remember, a lot of the problems that are American, like all the race things, they're a very American problem because America is the biggest melting pot in the world. So it's like a lot of things that would happen here just don't happen in other places. A lot of things like freedom of speech that you don't get in places like China or Singapore or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you go westward in China, you got like the farmers and stuff.
You get so far out into the boonies, it's like you're literally like a magic. You're not real. It's just
exactly. It's like, who are you? It's like, who are they? Yeah, because I've heard they've been creating these camps now too. It's crazy. These like re-education camps now, but I'll get into that topic.
See, tangent.
Yeah.
Tangent 3. We're good at this. We're really good at this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this was a mistake, but it's okay.
no, it's all good, man. Like,
I told you, I'm not good for. Oh, hello, you are a very mean man who is beating my face in. Wow, he just slapped me like I was, a dirty person. All right.
Oh my god!
Man, that's the kind of hard hitting League of Legends I downloaded this game for. God, it's just there's a lot of to circle it all the way back to where it all started. Nintendo is an incredible company. They do incredible things with software. They're wizards, right? The Legend of Zelda should not be only 12 gigs. It should be 50 because games of a similar caliber on other platforms are 50, 60 gigs. But they use texture magic, they use wizardry, they do something to make it so that way the game is like not like eating your entire computer. Right. And I appreciate that. Things like that are what make me love them. They make me feel like I'm 6 again and I'm playing a game for the first time. I don't get that. When I was playing God of War, you bet your ass it's the best game I've played all year. You bet your ass it's the second best game I've played in 10 years. But it's not something that made me go, oh my God, I remember being a small child. I remember feeling happy, period. Like, because I know that I'm not exactly the only person who's been having them sad feelings in this adult world we're living in the past several years. The Legend of Zelda made me forget that I was sad. So that's something that I can only get from Nintendo. Like, so if they keep doing that for me, I will always support their products. Which gives me all the right I have to admit that they are fucking up. They are screwing up in other places that are very important.
Right. That if they don't correct in the next 5-10 years can hurt their brand in ways that they don't even understand, especially in markets where their competitors are taking technological leaps.
Yeah. We're starting to get to the point where we're making games. Like, we're making Nintendo caliber games, the level of polish, the level of care, the level of love and detail in them is approaching Nintendo levels from other studios and other developments. Like, the next, what's it called? The next God of War game, whatever Sony Santa Monica puts out next. Garen, oh my God. All right, that's fine. Hello. Why are you still here? Can you just leave me alone?
Okay, I'll try.
Not you. Can you stop killing my... Oh my god, leave me alone, you sassy bitch.
And those were the words from Luis.
The intense
Why are
matchup.
you jumping in, you absolute nozzle? What is happening here?
Nice save. That was a nice save. There was like plenty of words you could have used. I was like, Luis, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think Luis. Luis is trying to say that he's an Apple fan. Like, if you were a true Apple fan in 2008 and they like flipped the whole mobile device game on their head with the iPhone, if you come to now, it's a shell of what they are. And they still make you happy because they do innovations that you like, but if they don't change the way they do things, even if they sell well, their competition will catch and if not pass them in ways they don't think is possible.
I mean, people have already surpassed them in their own innovation of the notch. Like, the notch is not exactly the prettiest thing, right? But I'm not as against it as other tech people are. Like, other tech people are treating it like it's the second coming of Satan. But
no,
have you seen the what's it called? The new renders for the OnePlus 6T. That is a very nice and attractive looking device.
Right. Yeah. Like the P20 Pro did it better than them.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a very
Yeah, I mean like they are in the same box. They'll make the money.
Nintendo and Disney, Apple, and Disney are all part of the same thing, except Disney is arguably better run, like from a business standpoint. But there is a lot of like they inspire very similar feelings in people. Like specifically Nintendo and Disney, they run off of nostalgia. If they didn't have the brand they had, if they didn't like set up the feelings that people have with them, like
I think they're good storytellers. I think both are great storytellers.
Well, actually, that's questionable on Nintendo's part.
Well, no,
they're great gameplay designers. Storytelling's never been their strongest.
But don't you tell it? You tell a story in the game though. You can't have Mario. Luis is great. Not because of the gameplay mechanic and how simple, intuitive it is. It's the story. Like, we've been there long enough to know him in different mediums, and it adds to his overall arc. It's the same way of Disney. Like, they take universal human themes and make movies out of it. Like Coco. Like, Coco is is
an amazing.
Yeah, like Coco is just basically about like loving your family and like knowing your history. Like, that's literally it. That's like the whole premise of it, right? And like where you come from matters, right? And you're not gonna have anybody like your family. And like I agree on certain things like that, right? Yeah. And they made an excellent movie out of that. I think.
Or an excellent, man. That is a top.
Yeah, that's a tear-jerking movie. That's a very emotional movie. It's the same way with Nintendo. They were just able to capture you at a younger age, right around the same time Disney did, when they were using the same themes. I think they are great storytellers in that sense. They're able to take certain themes that are relatable on a human level and like translate them into their medium. But
I mean, like, you're saying things, but
like, okay, like
I don't.
I think they're one of the originators. Like,
they are definitely one of the originators of storytelling in games, but that's not really a hard niche to fill when they came out in the 8-bit era. Like,
would you give Zelda props though?
Zelda depends on the game. Like, the Breath of the Wild,
Luis
has the okay story. I love the story, but that's just because I have the nostalgia for it. But if I were to just rate it as a story in and of itself, it is not good. It is. It is a very piecemeal story.
But you're playing. It's a very lore, in-depth.
Yeah, you're playing a story. You're watching a story. There's the input's completely different. I think that's what you're getting. Like the story's the same, right? It's just the input's different.
Yeah, I would say I think the story's the same because what's the main objective? Like some bosses are defeat Ganon, exactly.
And that's like for Coco, he had to like defeat his fake ancestor. Like
That's one way to put it.
like that's what he had to do, and get back home. Like that, it's the same thing. It's completely different. I think Nintendo was one of the first people to like tap into that, and because they tapped into something so profound where the input's completely different than a movie, it's just stuck with people. I just hope they, I think they're gonna fix it. I just hope it's not too late.
All right, let me use the Mario Odyssey as an example.
Mm-hmm.
The primary objective of Mario Odyssey is to save Peach, right? You know what's the most interesting piece of lore that's come out of Mario Odyssey? Bowsette. You want to know why? Because Bowsette was originally created from a panel about someone memeing the shit out of the ending of that game. So it's not like these stories are hard-hitting. It's more Mario in particular.
I don't think they're hard-hitting. They just take simple, universal, human things and put them in a way in which you can interact with different than a movie. But the themes are the same. I shouldn't say story. I should say themes.
There you go.
That's still debatable in Mario's case.
Saving, being noble and saving the damsel in distress is literally like what built Shakespeare.
Yeah, Shakespearean. Yeah, very.
Yeah, like literally, like that's how like storytelling was like almost invented, like a good versus evil.
That's right.
Yeah, but you never play. I don't know anyone who's ever played Mario for the storyline or for the emotions.
But it's not the story, but it's just the theme of it. It's
but that theme can be put across many things.
But do you think that they were the foundations? And do you think they created that foundations in terms of like storylines, like they set up?
I don't think it's foundational. I think they tapped into something that the input's different. Like
I've played many games that tap into the same basic thing, but their gameplay is garbage.
They're the first.
Well, yeah, but they're also the first for a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes them make you feel like a child. Unique. Because nobody was doing that and you were a child. Like it stuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it important. You know what I'm saying? Like I shouldn't have said story because I like confused everybody. But the themes are kind of the same, and like they're the first probably video game company to exploit that, other than like TV shows and movies. Like they were a theme narrative driven thing. It's just about an Italian plumber trying to get some cat.
God.
Pretty much. True that.
That's like pretty much it. Like honestly,
because you get the chick at the end of the day once you beat Bowser.
So Luis, to end.
No, actually, you don't. That's the thing. That's what made Bowsette is that you don't get the girl at the end of the game. She turns down both you and Bowser.
Oh, that's right. In that web comic thing that they showed.
That's why there's a meme now.
Because I know I thought it stemmed from the whole Toad, putting on the crown and turning to like Toadette. I thought that's where it
that's where it came from originally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's just gonna. Oh God.
So, Luis, to end this, what would you want the new Switch to do for 2019? We're gonna go around.
Honestly, the new Switch, whatever this Switch Lite or Switch Pro or whatever it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I ideally would want it to. I would prefer it be like a Switch Pro to like a Switch Lite. Like how the what's it called?
Nintendo DS went.
Like how the DS went. Like I would prefer it to be more of a PS4 to PS4 Pro than a DS to a DS Lite. But what I'm gonna get is the DS to the DS Lite, and you know what? That's okay. I can live with that. But I would prefer it the other way. And just you take what you can get with these people. Because the thing is, as much as I'm giving them shit now, I'm going to buy Metroid Prime. I'm going to nut an unholy... I'm going to do all sorts of things that are not safe for young viewers. And I'm going to love it. And that's the problem. That's the hold that they have on me.
So they have your money, pretty much.
They have my money already. Even if I don't like it, even if I don't like some of their business practices, they deliver on what I asked them to do. Like I don't judge, hey, does Papa John's give me a burger? I say, do they give me a pizza? That's how I treat Nintendo. Do they give me the games I like? All right. PlayStation, do they give me the games I like? All right. It's those kinds of things.
Okay, so you just want them to keep delivering on what they've.
That's what I want. That's what I expect.
Okay.
I don't know what else I'm getting. That's
all right. Since you're the expert, when do you think these games that they have announced, like the new Pokemon, the new Bayonetta, the new Metroid, when do you think those are gonna drop?
2019 is guaranteed for several of these. For new Pokemon, 2019 fall. Bayonetta is still up in the air, but probably gonna be fall of 2019, maybe spring of 2020. Because Bayonetta is a Devil May Cry SP, so it's probably gonna be released. It's not gonna be released at the same time, but it's gonna be.
Yeah, I could see 2020 because they're gonna release Devil May Cry next year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. But also, what was it? The dev time for the last one was kind of long too.
Yeah.
The dev time.
What about Metroid?
Metroid is whenever they decide it's complete.
I want it so bad.
That is the thing.
I want it
whenever it happens.
So bad. I mean, that will make me get a Switch, like legit.
Yeah, and you see, everyone has that game. Everyone has that game where their morals just.
Yeah, Nintendo. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because the thing is, that's just it. That's why Nintendo has a fan base. That's why they have my money. Even if I can be complaining, they have my money because they have proven themselves time and time again that when it comes to the thing that matters about gaming, they get games.
That's why I said for me it was Advance Wars, but they ain't really pumping one out.
No, they haven't made one in
like forever.
The thing is, there are indie companies that have made good ones. Good Advance War clones. Like there's one on the Switch right now called something. I can't remember what it was.
I was gonna say send it. DM me or send it to me when you come up with the name of it, because I'm curious.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Just throw your
John. Is that what you want from Nintendo next? Just an Advance?
The thing is, their Advance War series is one of it's like the toppest tier of what's it called? Of strategy RTS. Strategy RTS. Like Advance Wars is how do you describe it? It's the Fire Emblem what Dynasty Warriors is.
It's just a modern it's just a modern cover on pretty much because you got like tanks, planes, warships, like the whole shebang.
And the thing is, it's so good, and the stories are always good too.
Yes, definitely.
Because the stories are also so good.
Because I beat 2, and I think I beat 2, and then I beat Dual Strike, and then I got Days of Ruin, and I think I was like towards the end of that one. But yeah, I've played like at least 3 of them, and that's what really sold me because like I put in like time and effort into that. So yeah, they would have me sold if they brought back Advance Wars, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. And they were supposed to make one, but they canceled it. So,
yep, as is tradition with Nintendo.
That is true.
They'll give you a lot of things that you want, but they will also take away the things you love.
That's true. That is true. Unfortunately.
Well,
very much unfortunate.
That was a good conversation, guys, for an impromptu convo. That was good. I thank y'all for staying up this late. I'm gonna let y'all go. That was.
Please don't kill me, you saucy. I'm not dead. Oh my god.
And Luis is still playing League. Just letting y'all know.
Wow, that was absolutely horrible.
Let everybody know where they can get y'all, guys.
I'm Sauciest Pasta on Twitter, and that's really the only place that matters for me. No one's finding my Reddit, so
I feel you. Keep that private, dog.
Yeah, I'm Sauciest Pasta on Twitter. I'm Sauciest Pasta on Sauciest Pasta, Saucy Pasta, some variation of that on every platform. Steam. Whenever I get my PSN up and running again, Nintendo Online, if you can somehow figure out how to get something that's not a friend code.
Yeah, for me, I would say it's Mr._Vacation14. So, yeah.
Twitter for me, JT RNVP. Yep. All right, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. That was good. That was a good one, guys.
It was all over the place.
No, but that's the beauty of it. I like conversations like that. That was good. Yeah. So we're out, guys.
All right.